Yeah. Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Uh, Gang. You already came on W, man. The title of this video is Cosmetic Surgery in LA, man. So, if you don't know, uh, I live in LA. I live in Los Angeles, California. And I wasn't born and raised here. You know what I'm saying? Half of my life I grew up in Chicago, half of my life I grew up in Atlanta, right? Um, LA has been depicted as somewhere that has a lot of plastic surgeries, that has a lot of augmentations, a lot of injections and things like that. What up, man? Yeah, pig feet. What up, Tom? But at the end of the day, Atlanta is somewhere, one of those places where people flock to follow their dreams and to take their shot. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we do have to understand that living in places like LA, Atlanta, we even might have to say New York, Miami, which I've never lived in New York or Miami. Shout out to those places. Maybe even Vegas. Never lived in Vegas. Maybe even Arizona. I stayed in Arizona for a minute. Oh, you live in the A, man? What part you from, bro? I used to stay in the Springs, but Sandy Springs, not Powder. But I used to do a lot of powder in the Springs. But at the end of the day, a lot of people have a misconception about cosmetic surgery in LA. Now, when I was younger, me and my mother and my sister were supposed to move to San Francisco. My mom took a trip to San Francisco. Her job was going to relocate her and us. And she said, nope, we cannot move to California because it's too fake. Now, this is when I was in high school. So it was a little bit different back then. But I'm gonna give you the real truth about cosmetic surgery, and from what I've seen in LA, I've only been. Nigga, you stay in Buckhead. You need to do something for my cash app, bro. At Aaron I Moses AARONIMOSES Moses. Yeah, I used to stay right down the street from Buckhead, bro. I used to stay off of Roswell and Hammond, bro. That's all I could tell you. But at the end of the day, I can only compare it to Atlanta, bro. Atlanta, typically the women who get cosmetic surgery, as far as booty, titties, and lips, they're people that's actually trying to pursue some kind of career, right? But at the end of the day in LA, it's not as rampant as you may think. But it is placed in very strange places because it is Los Angeles, California. Now, shout out to LA, major love for LA, but you have to think about it. If you grow up somewhere where it's known for having beautiful women and models and movie stars and people trying to damn near just to move to LA and putting in all this extra work, and that's where they want to retire. Not Mexico, not Tahiti, not the Caribbeans, not Alaska. Shout out to Alaska. They want to retire in LA. They think like life is going to be complete when they finally visit the mecca of homeless people. But what I do have to say is, yes, a lot of, I don't even want to say a lot, not the majority. There is a significant amount of women who have cosmetic surgery, but again, a lot of them are not necessarily living in these conditions and in these areas that you might think they are. A lot of women in the hood and in places that you wouldn't necessarily expect have cosmetic surgery. What do you mean? It's females that work at Domino's, Burger King, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, women that work at Staples and Walmart and Ralph's and shit. Big ass, pow! Cosmetic surgery. And I'm thinking to myself, now my first mind, because typically when I move, I don't really feel like I physically moved anywhere. That's always been my problem. So I might say Atlanta and I might say down here, or I might say something about Chicago and I'll be like up here, because mentally I'm still in those places, because physically I don't really feel like I moved, which is not necessarily a good thing. That's a whole different video though. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking, because I'm not really considering how close we are to Mexico. I'm thinking like, you had the opportunity to trick a rich man out of a couple bands to put some money in your hand, to put some money in your booty, and to put some money in your titties, to put some money in your lips, to put some money in your forehead with the shots and get the lines removed and get your neck skin all stretched out and looking back pretty. But you didn't have enough game and information and finesse to marry this nigga and take everything. Like, what is wrong with you? But I do have to reevaluate the situation from the standpoint of somebody could go to Mexico in LA, get some kind of surgery or injections, and come back the same day, which is not wise. But at the end of the day, that's very common, especially for a female that stays in the inner urban community, aka the hood, the ghetto, to do some stupid shit like that. So you would rather risk your life and your freedom and your sanity, your mental health, and your little money to get this little surgery or to get this injection. So basically, that's an inside joke. I'm not trying to be racist, it's an inside joke. So basically, you don't have no fucking game. Why would you rather? You could have spent that. You could have spent that money on some certificates. You could have spent that money on anything in the world that would make you more marketable of a person. But you chose to get some booty shots and some surgeries. That's the thing about LA. It's a lot of women that are in poverty, that they might be the supervisor or the manager or even the GM, but you got tens of thousands of dollars of cosmetic surgery, but you stay where people get killed every day, which is it baffles me. It baffles me. And again, it's not always the case that people are going to Mexico, because in some cases it costs more for you to get it costs more time, money, and goddamn, to get a passport and to get the gas money and the transportation money to get to Mexico and come back safely than to get the cosmetic surgery itself, right? So in a lot of cases, it is, when I marry you, I just want to have them titties. I want to have the ass. I want to, and daddy, I just want some titties. Like, when I was growing up, my dad, like, I never thought I was beautiful. You're the only one who made me feel beautiful. But when you don't answer the phone, it just makes me, like, I just feel like, I just need like a bigger ass and some tits. And like, I just work so much. And baby, you could quit your job. No, because I like to feel like I have power. And then what if you leave me? Then I'm gonna be just broke and homeless. So I want to keep my job. Like, I want to be independent. But daddy, can you buy me a booty? Maybe I could buy you a booty. I'm sorry, I didn't know. You got enough game to trick a nigga out of booty, but you don't have enough game to trick a nigga out of marriage. You see, you're thinking too small. You're thinking too short term. I'm not telling anybody to take advantage of anyone, especially a love-starved man that has money and power and reach. I'm not encouraging that. But if you're gonna risk your life to get a cosmetic surgery that you don't need in the first place, to get your ribs removed, to look like a fucking ant, to look like a robot, to look like a person that's not even a person, you might as well go all the way. Get married, sign the prenup, Get all the money you can. Don't have a baby because you don't really actually love that man. And actually study psychology and ask him to put you in school and ask him to invest in you and build a business. Then when you really want to get married and be taken seriously for real and everything is done and said and done, then you could get some cosmetic surgery if you still feel like it. But when you have certain types of knowledge, power, and information of the self, you will realize that having cosmetic surgery is stupid. You look stupid, you look dumb, you look lazy, and you look like a crazy person in your mind. The body is a reflection of the mind, bro. And the fact that your booty and your legs don't match, just let her do what she wants. She wanna look. If she thinks she's a 10, she's a 10. No, she's not. If she thinks she's a 10, mentally she's a 1. You see how that works? Like, nigga, I'm only 5'10", right? It's nothing wrong with being 5'10". Do sometimes I wish I'm 6'2"? Yeah. But it's nothing wrong with being 5'10", 5'9", 5'8", 5'7", 5'6", 5'4", 5'3", anything under 5 feet. As a man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. But, cause that's some whole nother stuff. It's nothing wrong with being who you are, right? I can't get surgery to be taller. I can't get surgery to make my dick 11 inches instead of 10. That's not what I could do. Not healthily. I can't make my, I have a 12-inch foot. I can't, if I wanted a size 14, there's nothing I can do about that. I have to accept that. There's nothing wrong with you having to work. If you have a little booty, if you're undesirable physically, there's so much more that you could put inside you that'll make the outside irrelevant to people. You know? So yes, men want things to look at, but we're visual people, but play fair, bro. And if you don't, the thing about it is, you getting that cosmetic surgery, whether it be obvious or not, you have to look in the mirror or touch your body every day and know that you did something to risk your life and your health and something that's not necessarily always good for your mental health. It might be good, it might be okay or acceptable for you right now, but there's no telling what's gonna happen tomorrow. You see Cardi B just got her ass taken out. I'm not saying that her mental health was affected by her cosmetic surgery or what have you, but she gained value, she gained a valuable man. She noticed it looked stupid and it got fixed. I haven't seen it. I'm not a Cardi B obsessive ass dude, but at the end of the day, I'm 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 so proud as a black man. She's not like 100% straight from Africa, Nigeria, but that's still my people. I'm glad that she did that for all of the grown ass women and all the little girls, bro, because that was a very important time in history for us as people. But at the end of the day, cosmetic surgery, 9 times out of 10, looks fucking stupid. It looks crazy. It looks like a clown, especially when you are working at fucking Jack in the Box and you look like an ant and you have a 55-inch booty, but your legs look like my legs. And if you don't know what my legs look like, they look like this. That's what my leg looks like, right there. Exactly. If your booty looks like this, that's the booty, that's the legs. That's crazy. You look stupid. That's what you look like doing a handstand. That's stupid, bro. We're not laughing with you, bro. Not at all. Guess what we're laughing at? You. It looks stupid. You might walk around with your titties poking out and doing all of this. In the back of people's minds, people are thinking, oh, she is so confident for nothing because you didn't work for it. You worked for the money, but it didn't come from God. It's not divine. It didn't come from. It came from a doctor who doesn't care if you live or die like that. And you look silly, but you feel confident because every day is Halloween for you. That's a sickness. That's like, you know what that's called? That's called body dysmorphia. Am I body shaming? No. I'm trying to bring awareness to your mental health, and I'm trying to encourage you to have core confidence, because that booty and them titties can be taken away, and people might remember you for that, but they remember you for fake shit. I want to remember you for you. I want to remember Darlene, that every time I walked in the room, I smiled. I wanna remember, Tamika, every time that I didn't even know that I was upset or I had a weird look on my face, she would ask me what's wrong. I want to remember the people that say hi to me and notice that something's off and offer me this, offer me a ride, or give me advice, or send me a meme, or tell me about a job opening, even though already have a good ass job. I want to remember you for that, not for you being an embarrassment to my community as a black woman, or as an Afro Latino woman, or as a Latina, or as an American, or as a human being. I want to be proud of you for how you were born, and that's it. It's Aaron Moses, man. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Life is in the breath. Love yourself as you are. Peace.